Well, here we go again. Nothing seems to amaze me when it comes to the Democratic Party and Tom Perez. MSNBC, NBC News officially says Iowa officially gives Buttigieg the largest delegate count, followed closely by Sanders. Now, how is this possible when you're taking people's delegate count that didn't even earn it and giving it to Pete Buttigieg, who didn't even earn it? So they're still trying to make this thing go into Mayor Pete the Cheat's favor. They try to manufacture dissent because they need Pete to get a boost to stick it to Bernie Sanders in New Hampshire. Because, as it said, if you don't win New Hampshire and Iowa, you're not winning an election. So they're trying to manufacture consent to think that Buttigieg is a thing when he's not. And they're using anything, hook and crook, apps and paps, you name it, to try to make this guy look viable. Because they want to create the next Obama type. They want to create the next Obama. Whether it's female, gay, it doesn't matter. They don't want anything to do with a revolution that's going to upset the apple cart, that's going to change things in America. So they're going to try to continue to throw this Pete's way. That's why anybody in New Hampshire that's campaigning in New Hampshire going to have to really get out there and bust some behinds to get people out to vote for anybody but Pete in this case. But yeah, this happened 33 minutes ago. The Democratic Party on Sunday allocated delegates based on the results. Based on the results of what? Bernie Sanders leading in the popular vote. So based on the results of what? Based on the results of last week Iowa caucus giving former South Bend, Indiana Mayor Pete the largest delegate count, followed closely by Bernie Sanders. Why? Who is giving him the largest delegate counts? Who? You? Iowa Democratic Party? Another arm of Tom Perez? These guys who are anybody but Bernie Sanders? Really? The party said it was based on results of the race. They had collected, awarded 14 delegates to Buttigieg to 12 delegates to Sanders. Senator Elizabeth Warren, Democrat of Massachusetts, received 8 delegates, while former Vice President Joe Biden received 6 and Senator Amy Klobuchar received 1, the party said. NBC News is not calling a winner in the First in the Nation contest, and NBC News decision desk is not making an independent delegate allocation at this time. Those delegate allocations are based on the revised results from the caucus that the party collected. The DNC collected. You trust the DNC people? I don't trust them. Our Democratic caucus results are not actual vote cast. The percentage received by candidates based on the return of the estimate number of state convention delegates won by each candidate through the caucus process are known as state delegates equivalent, or SDESs. They need to get rid of delegates in the first place. Iowa sends 41 pledged delegates to the Democratic National Convention. The allocation of those delegates is based proportionally on the SED results. So what the Democratic Party is trying to do is they're trying to weed Bernie Sanders out anyway before it gets there. They don't want him making it at all with a substantial number of delegates. So they're going to try to hit him real hard at the beginning because they know as this process goes forward, Sanders will start collecting more delegates. So they're trying to hit him hard so momentum can go down and help Pete get momentum for his campaign, because virtually, as Pete continues to go, his number's going to go down. He's not going to do like Bernie Sanders. See, Bernie Sanders had that revolution thing going on, and people caught on to that, and that is what makes him different from everybody else. Whether you agree with him or not, he is not your normal politician when it comes to campaigning. You see, the reporting totals from Iowa had been put out first in fits and spurts by the Iowa Democratic Party over the past 3 days after chaos over the caucuses. On Monday night, results from the contest were delayed by the organization said was a problem with the smartphone app financed by Pete Buttigieg. The Iowa Democratic Party and the problems are reporting the caucus results were due to partly to coding issues with the app, which was being used for the first time. The results are rife with potential errors, inconsistencies that could affect the outcome of the election, according to the review of the NBC News decision desk. The Democratic National Committee Chair Tom Perez, scumbag to the highest order, tell from the Crip keeper himself, has called on state party officials to recanvass Monday's caucus votes after days of uncertainty after growing concerns about inconsistency found in the data. Guys, if I'm reading slow, it's because I don't have my glasses, can't find them. A recanvass is essentially a double checking of the vote. Well, Bernie Sanders had his own way of double checking. Thank God he got him a infrastructure to make sure that they won't rig this against him again, but it doesn't stop them from trying. Iowa officials will have to hand audit the caucus's worksheets and reporting forms to ensure that they are correctly calculated and reported. Early Friday, the IDP announced it had extended the deadline for campaigns to request a recanvassing or recount to Monday at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and had previously been Friday at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. The IDP also announced on Saturday at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time deadlines for campaigns to submit documentary evidence of inconsistencies between data reporting and the records of results of the correction. So here's the deal. They haven't even finished the tally of the satellite votes yet. Tom Perez is trying to find some way to discount the satellite votes. The satellite votes are designed for people who can't get out to vote. At least they can vote close to a facility where they work, like major hospitals, schools like that. Those are satellite voting sites because people got to get to class. See, one of the things that were proposed in Bernie Sanders' policy is that election day should be a national holiday or a state holiday, or you should be able to get an excuse absent to go to work and not be charged for going to work. And Bernie Sanders put that infrastructure in. So here's the deal. They're going to try to rig this thing. They're going to rig this. That's what they do. And they're going to find some way to take Pete the Cheat's vote and all that and give it to somebody else. This is what I'm going to say. Let's say they hand it to Pete. Let's say they do. He ain't going no further than that. New Hampshire, they're going to get blowed out in New Hampshire. And going forward, like I said, Pete is a thing. Pete is just going to be the next Democratic National Committee chairman after we lick our wounds because the Democratic Party wants to do stupid stuff and end up handing Trump the election. I told you before, Trump is winning, man. 94% of Republicans is on his side, and independents are gravitating toward him. So this thing is not changing at all, and it ain't going to change. So the whole thing is get out there and do your thing. I'm Robert Brown with the Rob Report on the go. I'll let you later. Peace.